Let's get to it. No, Uncle, don't leave forever. That's a sword. That's a stack of bombs. A barking dog. Broof, broof. Broof, broof. Dog is agitated. Okay, yeah, I have to turn the music down a bit. I'm liking the common arrow drops. That's going to be handy when I finally get the bow. And a bloomerang. Hello, Cashew! Stun prizes bombs. That's ridiculously handy. And the mirror. You know, it's not very often I get to mirror out of the escape in a standard seed. Bunch of fun prizes. This has to be a key. Let's see what we got. Nothing useful. I mean, a 5-arrow expansion is useful, but not immediately. I was expecting it to keep going. Full magic for the pull prize. That's pretty handy. And the shrubs, life. Money for nothing and chicks for free, I guess. Won't know until I get Aga. That's handy. And not the Sank Heart, so that's good. Meanwhile, that was just 10 arrows. I'm just missing all my shots now. Orf. I didn't even know you could put small magic in a chest. One of these days I gotta sit down and go through all my middies and actually fix all the names. Wait, no, that should not have switched there. Lots of capacity upgrades, at least. This is the wrong one. Okay, so I need to update my Entrando notes so that I got that correct. Wait, what am I doing? This is big magic. Yeah, that's a heart. These are now bombs. I must not have killed 5 enemies when I pulled before. No bottle yet. Where'd you go, bird? Ah, there you are. Being silly with the bird now. I got the bird out of the wall. More love. This is turning into a very lovely seed. ₹100. 20 rupees. So if I'm ever in the Dark World and I find myself short on cash, I know where to go. I'm never going to run out of arrows, am I? Way! Wait, no, I still need bombs out. And you give more capacity! And some bombs, and some bombs! I am never going to run out of supplies. Except maybe health. Oh, I need that. Wait, no. This first. That's not immediately helpful, but I'll take it. And then, yeah, I need bomb. Glad I came here. Okay. That's a useful thing to have. Actually, no, I need this one. Life is always a useful thing to have. It's a green pendant and EP, so there's 3 prizes there, plus if I find the bow there, that means if I find the bow there, that means I still get 3 prizes out of it because I have some. Okay, I'm going to want... What am I going to want? Let's do the boomerang. Let go too soon. Yay, free money! I don't even know what song this game is from. What song this game is from. I don't even know what game this song is from. I really need to fix my midis. That is a map. Oh good, that's working. I knew I'd gotten the Hyrule Castle map, but it wasn't showing up underneath Princess Zelda, so I was all confused. Like, what? Out of my face. Yeah, I'll leave the boomerang up. Nope. Well, I got one of them. I really gotta learn how to do that room properly. That's a compass. So it's a good thing I went to Agine's cave, otherwise I'd be stumbling. If I didn't know any better, I would say you left the bow in the big chest. Yay, I actually got that. I don't usually get that quick. Usually I screw up and have to kill everything. Which the killing everything isn't difficult, it's just tedious. Still, a completely vanilla Eastern Palace is kind of hilarious in its own way. That is literacy, which I'll take it. At least with the flute I can jet. I'm very curious, though. If you were given the book out of the Eastern Palace big chest, and you had the tools I had, would your first thought be go to the desert or go up the mountain? This run is now valid. Wow, the cabbages are being nice today. I gotta learn how to do spin speed. Okay, big prize, 5 bomb expansion. Small prize, 20 rupees. I can live with the bomb expansion. Pumph. See what this is to see if a return trip is justified. Okay, so there's let's do Hera while we're here, just because if there's something big in Hera, I want to get that Moon Pearl quick. So if there's a Master Sword in Hera, or heaven forbid, this is... You know what? I didn't even check this yet. 3 and 4. Okay. If there's a Master Sword here in Hera, I want to get that now. I don't want to go all the way back to Desert and then have to climb back up here just because I left Hera alone. On the other hand, I am going to have to come... That's ridiculously generous. I'm going to have to come back up here anyway because of the tablet having the Moon Pearl, but I'd rather do Desert second. See what you are. That... Okay. I mean, I like that. That's a better weapon. Which means Moldy's probably got the key. No boots, no hookshot, no quick big chest. So since I can't really get over there quickly without doing the bomb jump, and I don't want to do this bomb jump, I'm just going to save both these chests for the return trip. Ow. Ow. Those are more bombs. That's a compass. Okay, so Moldorm has the key. Great. Means I have to go back to the basement anyway. So here's my question. Do I... Or rather, if you didn't know how this seed was already going to play out, would you come back later for the basement item, since you have to go back to the desert anyway, to at least check that? Or would you get the basement item now, and then head to desert? I mean, obviously, I'm going to do what I can out of East Death Mountain first, but... Do you put off the basement, or do you do it immediately? Since we know we have to come back for the... Oh! Oh, I wasn't even counting the items. You're right, that is the map. Okay. How did I screw up that count? Oh, that's what it is. I never learned Hera's item count properly. Okay. You know, I even have the tracker set to dungeon items for that specific purpose, and I'm still getting confused on the counting. Come on, Moldorm. Don't be shy. There's a good boy. This is the key. And this is a crystal. Okay, so can't do anything else on this screen, so... Wish I had Quake right now, though. You're standing in the exact spot where you block me, dude. You were just a pain. Whatever. That was worth it. Actually, I got the mirror. I can use the other entrance. Come on, y'all get out of the way, please. Thank you. One of these days I'm going to learn how to menu. Stone oak bottle. Oh, fine. If you're going to make me leave it there, I'll just let it blow you up. That's handy. I'm glad I came up here. So I am glad I went up the mountain first, because I would not have been able to reach the Desert Palace boss without the gloves. Even if I didn't need the boots, I would have still needed the gloves. So let's do our desert check. Yeah, I hit the microphone. I'd gotten good at not doing that, and then I did it. Yay, I missed. That's a sword. Ford the board. Damn it. And I forgot what was over on that ledge. So going to desert would have been faster, but I still stand by going to Hera first. No, wait, I need the mirror handy. What am I doing? Desert Ledge was a heart piece. Ah, okay. That would be why I didn't think to go get it. Now I can get the book out. That's a useful thing to have. Hello!
Hey! Hi, you mind company?
I don't mind.
Not somebody anyone really knows here. Hi. I saw you mention you were going to stream. You still doing that?
I am still doing that, yes.
Oh, did you put a stream link anywhere?
You should be able to just right-click my name in the Discord. Am I not positioned right?
That's so convenient.
There we go. Took me 2 tries and had to use a bomb. Had to waste a bomb before I could do it, but I got it finally. And death by Zora.
Oh no.
Well, it works out, and it works out for the better anyway, because even if I'd made it through, I didn't have enough rupees to visit King Ripoff, so it was a waste of time anyway.
Mm. Generally, when you go by there, is that to check item, and is there one other thing?
When you do the fake flips, yeah, it's you can check the item on the island, and then you can do the hobo check. You can, if you've got the moon pearl, you can get what's in Waterfall Cave. Which that's why I put off doing the fake flips until just now, was because I didn't have the moon pearl yet.
I see. In Waterfall Cave, I see people exiting and re-entering.
Yeah,
What
that's how
exactly are they doing?
when you have the moon pearl, if you're in fake flippers mode and you exit and leave and re-enter that cave, then you start walking. When you have the moon pearl and you exit that cave in fake flippers, you start walking. So you go back in to be able to get the chests.
That's interesting. Do you have an idea why that happens?
Something to do with the game incorrectly resetting your state. I don't
Okay.
I don't know more than that because it's not something I've carefully looked at.
Oh geez, is this Key Madness? Is this a new mode?
This is not Key Sanity. No, this is actually a seed that I have no name made.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. If you look at the
By the way, brand new around here.
nice to meet you.
I don't have a lot of context.
All right, so if you look at the top of my stream, you'll see that you'll see the game settings.
Oh, I see.
Oh, that's right. I don't have flippers yet. What am I doing? That was duh. Watch it be vanilla flippers too.
I finished my second run today, and it took until it was not a fast run. It took until about 6 hours to find the bow.
That yeah.
Hard time.
Yeah, your first runs are going to be the longest ones.
Mm.
Do this while I'm here because I'm never going to be here again probably. And our reward is another arrow expansion. I am never going to run out of resources. Missed the chance to put bombs on Bobo's tablet. Yeah, I was expecting there to be bombs there. The single bomb on the Bombos tablet. That would have been... Meanwhile, there's your single bomb.
So, how much control do you have over this with the seed?
This is a question for I have no name.
Okay.
I have looked at the customizer stuff. You can place items basically anywhere. That I do not believe the game makes sure that they are logic valid, so that's... You would have to do that yourself.
I see. So it's beyond just
Yeah, it's
not just a seed.
yeah. No control over enemy drops though. So the enemy drops being mostly bombs and arrows was just a happy coincidence then. That's good to know. This is a full heart container, that's always worth. Not the Sank heart, though. You know what? I do not especially like this sound font, so I'm going to change that. Let's do this one. It's a much quieter sound font. Let's see what the digging game has. Yeah, now that I think about it, that is correct. I should have had enough to get the bottle vendor by the time I left Kakariko, and I didn't. That's on me. You know, if it didn't make the sound, I would not have known it from the other ones that were in the field. Alright, so now let's check up on Stumpy. Say hi to my mouse pointer, everyone. Woo! Distracting myself by playing with the mouse pointer while I walk to Stump Kid. That's...
A friend of mine absolutely insists on keeping the pointer on top of his overlay, and it drives all of us crazy.
I can see why he would choose that. What am I doing? I had the mirror out because I was going to fly to 5. I can see why he would choose to do that. That's not the flute.
I'm surprised you clipped the tracker out of your browser instead of.
Oh no! Oh no, that's not actually the web. That's not actually the web-based one. This is an auto HUD that I made.
Oh.
That's why it's got to be a Windows source, because it's not actually a browser source.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, there's no tracker that actually uses the that actually lets you track the number of bomb upgrades you've gotten. Or if there is, I haven't seen it yet.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see what's over here before we commit to pod, because I kind of have to go to pod anyway at this point, just because it's my only option, but... A shield would be very nice. Well, I know it's not AGA 1 required because I got the hammer. I've got general Dark World access. Not the Sank heart. Ow. Okay, Zarby's does allow for it. But it's not... I don't believe it's built into Zarby's. You'd actually have to do it. You'd actually have to do that manually. It's not auto-tracked if you do save RAM mode. Okay, so let's poke pod. Hopefully I won't regret this and find the bow on Cashfish. Ow. Or I could just die and then that drives me over to Thievestown and Skullwoods. That's not Sank. I don't think anyone really tracks the bomb arrow upgrades. That was something that I could track because the game has addresses for it. Did I buy your thing? I bought your thing. No powder, so I can't check bat. But I can keep myself from doing a blind pull later. If I do the ped check now, I don't have to worry about backtracking. On the other hand, it's faster to backtrack from the altar than to try to backtrack through Skull Woods. That wasn't the peg, that was the ground. While we're here. Okay. Red Pod, Red Swamp, Pendant Ice, Pendant Thieves. Pendant Ice? Really? Okay, that rules out flips, that rules out one of the two fire production methods, that rules out the Titan's mitts. I don't usually start with this hole, but for some reason it's been faster for me to start with this one lately. Ow. Was that vanilla map? I don't know why. But I get the feeling I should have done my usual. Really wish I had Bombos right now. Ow. Dang it. I knew that was going to happen, too. I didn't know the boomerang stunned these. I'm so used to having the hook shot. Yeah, that's a brilliant play. Let's walk right into the Wallmaster. You know, all these years I didn't know the boomerang would stun these things. Let's get grabbed again, sure.
I did Thieves Down today, and I think I got grabbed 15 times? 16?
I don't think there are Wallmasters in Thieves Town. I think you're thinking of Skull Woods.
Thank you, yeah. Skull Woods.
Dang it. Tomorrow. Well, if you'd like to explain for the stream viewers, yes.
For my new book, The Outer Rim, coming next week. Yeah, the nice thing about setting up the Facebook site is I can actually start advertising instead of posting in groups and stuff and worrying about the group. Posting here.
I almost didn't get grabbed there. That was a tight squeeze. Alright, bombs just straight up stun bumper beetles. And my reward for doing all of these shenanigans is a small... Damn it. Damn it! You're going to make me check Gibdo bumpers just because there's not supposed to be a chest key. Or if there is, I should have had it by now. What all do I have out of there? Why am I checking the menu for Skull Woods when I'm not in Skull Woods? Yeah, I have all the dungeon items, so if this isn't a key, you've done something weird. Okay, so, but that does confirm that there are 2 items in Skull Woods locked behind the fire rod. Okay. Ow! Damn it! Well, as long as I'm on this side of the forest anyway, I may as well take this exit, check on Bumper Cave, get Parisian Cliff, all that jazz. Bombs on Uncle I can at least accept, because you gave me a sword in Link's house. And even that doesn't violate placement algorithms, because that's perfectly valid and open. And that's a mushroom. So when I get the cape, I can do a fetch quest. Yay. You know, it's almost not worth checking this now, but I may as well. Just because I'm over here, and the next time I'm going to be over here, I'm going to be doing a bunch of Light World stuff. Ow. Piece of heart completes the container. You know what? I just realized I didn't actually do the altar check like I was going to. And now that I'm in the Light World, it's easier to stay in the Light World for that. Because I gotta do the roundabout to get back into the Thieves' Town anyway, so I may as well do the altar check while I'm here. Because with my luck, the fire rod will be in Thieves' Town, and I should have done that first. Still need money, don't have enough for King Ripoff. Yeah, it's the side. Odell Down Under. How many years has it been since I played that? Alright, now the $100 question. Is the altar required? Not necessarily, but if I end up getting all the pendants anyway, I may as well grab it. I still don't have any bottles, which, now that I'm going to be attacking blind, feels like it should be a problem. Totally worth it. That was worth 30 rupees. Hammer, may as well. That was quick. Get out of my face. I wish I could just jump off this bridge. That would make it so much easier. Welcome to Lag Town. I'm on the wrong side of this bridge anyway. Yay! Now it's almost worth it to fake flips up to Zora. Yeah. Well, I know there's going to be something that's not a key in Blind's chest. Wish I had boots right now. Why did the weak one drop the better prize? Alright, welcome to the Hellway. How many hits will I take today? 1, 2. 2 hits so far from the Hellway. Well, at least I don't have sword beams right now. Yay! Now it's worth it to fake flippers up to Zora. There's a difference between necessary and useful. It's not necessary to fake flips to Zora. It's useful to fake flips to Zora. Tink, tink, tinks. All the dings. Ew. The one time I played the Game Boy Advance port of this game. Actually, no, I think I did the long route then, too. Hi, Bunny Bean. So that's what happens. Ah, Cane of Blueness. That's actually useful. Which means, if this ain't the compass, I will be happy.
No,
He just got back.
I've just been out and about today.
That's a compass. Okay, so I should have just gone straight to the boss. Borf, borf. The Dorg is exhorted. Ew. And this dungeon. Well, on the plus side, I can do Spike Cave now. And our pun is, a tap dancer's routine runs hot and cold. I'm sorry, Mr. Blind, but I do not know your script. Ow. As proven there. Now I can definitely afford to fake flip up to Zora. And that's right, this was a pendant. So while this was unnecessary, it was useful. Unfortunately, that does mean that pod was the play. Wait, what am I doing? I still got Dark World stuff I can do. Stole all the rupees from the thieves. Congratulations. Yeah, they're useful things to steal. Is this a pole one? It's not a pole one. I got more money. I need a bomb, yeah. Bombs? Nope, did that wrong. And inside the brewery, a small magic. That detour was useful. You know what? No. Instead of doing the fake flips, let's hit pod. No, let's not hit pod, but we will. I still don't know what's on the island. That's the sad part. I got splatted before I got to check the island because I routed that weird. So let's go check Cashfish and then Zora. Happy dog. That was probably one of the sillier mistakes I made, though. I just got done dying to a bad fake flippers attempt. Went into Swamp Palace and then remembered, oh, right, I don't actually have the flippers. That's why I just died. Out of my face. I said out of my face. Thank you. I can also check Spike Cave. No, I can't. I don't have half magic or a magic upgrade yet. Or not a magic upgrade. I don't have a magic upgrade or the bottles yet, so I can't actually... By the logic, I can't. I will anyway, but that's a dedicated save and quit at that point. And now, the Walk of Shame. Okay, we have to get the flippers at some point anyway, because Swamp is a crystal. But if these were flippers, I'm not going to be happy, because I spent all this time just one Houlihan room away from getting the flippers. I'm not sure if that's better than vanilla flippers right now. I mean, I've still got plenty of money to pay the piper, but... Why don't I just save and quit? Okay, so... Doing fake flips does not help me right now because I know where the flippers cannot be, and I know I need the flippers to get the mints. Given that I don't yet have the hook shot, my best bet is... yeah. Given the items I have, my best bet is to completely ignore the fact that I just pulled out the flute. Hi, Kiki. Cranking up the music for this one. Alright, is pod bow locked? Yes, yes it is. And that being the cape is quite possibly the most annoying thing it could be right now, because I already know there's a mushroom on the ledge. At least I can fly. If I had to do this fetch quest and didn't have the flute, that would be a problem. I love this song. It's like, yeah, look at me, I'm a song. I want to go... Which way do I want to go? I cannot hear you.
Oh, sorry, did I hit my talk button?
No, but someone was talking and I didn't know if they were talking to me or not. Freaking bird. Out of here. Yay! Accidentally damage boosting. They should be on that table in there. But they're not. Oh, that's because his collar's in here on the table in here. Because I figured he'd appreciate being able to scratch at his neck for a change. That's another fetch quest. It's over on that table. He's got the wrong collar on for going out. Oh, yeah. If this is the powder, at least I'm on the right road for that. Yep. So one quirk of my auto HUD is it uses the item that you got currently selected as opposed to what items you got, as I'm currently demonstrating by switching between the flute and the shuffle in rapid succession. This is because of how the game looks for it internally. There is a location that I can check in the memory to be able to determine if both are available at the same time, but I don't because this is just easier. If you're half magic, I'm not sure if I'm going to scream or be happy if this is half magic. That's a jar of magic. That's almost as bad, but at least it also counts as a fetch quest. Where did I get that out? I'm only fluting next. So that's 2 fetch quests in 1, because now I can actually complete Spike Cave. In the logic, I can actually clear Spike Cave now. Those are boots. That's a whole bunch of other fetch quests. I forgot what was at the place. I forgot what was at the library. Go here first. Yay, I can run, I can clear desert, I can all sorts of things now. I'm gonna get fairies first, because I'm doing Spike Cave. Right. Insurance. And let's just have the powder out. Go away, Dead Rock. So either my progression is here in Spike Cave, or my progression is over in the desert. And I'm already here, so I may as well do Spike Cave. Since I'm going to be saving and quitting out of Spike Cave anyway, I may as well. Oh, I almost did that right. What happened was I let up too soon. Eh, you know what? I'll have enough magic for the return trip. That's a red boomerang. I need to stop letting go of A there. That's not the mirror. Not the mirror. I need to see a man about a horse real quick. Too useful. Especially since I got Desert Palace to do. Still don't have my flippers, so it's probably here in Desert Palace just to be obnoxious. Or the bow's in Desert Palace, which would send me back to either to Bot and Eastern Palace to do that stuff. What am I doing? I need the book. What's that doing in the Disc 3 music? That's a Disc 1 event. What's it doing in Disc 3? That's BMOS. Zumpets! I knew I had a song that did the Zumpets. Bow bow. So then, this is the big key, which means small key's got to be in the big chest. Now for Desert Palace, I only have the big key for Desert Palace, so I am going to assume that the boss has my prize, because if not, that's something I can check on the way out. If the boss does not have my prize, I can get those 2 chests on my way out of the desert. That and I have to kill these guys anyway, so... Really wish I had the hookshot for this mess. Wrong chat, wrong pot. There we go. Had the wrong room in my head. Awesome, let's miss the hammer dash entirely. Look at all these arrows I can't use. I don't even have a rod. And I'm pretty sure I need both rods. Yeah, I should need both rods. Turtle Rock is required. Bit slow on the draw there. Ooh! What do you do with a drunken sailor? Hire him at Exxon. Okay, so I have to get those chests. I'm glad I assumed it was in the back, whatever it was. Okay, then. Okay. So I have made a bad assumption somewhere. Oh, I haven't done my boot stuff yet. That's what. That's what it is. Yeah, I just thought of them. I haven't done my bonk stuff yet. But I had to clear the desert out anyway, so it wasn't a completely waste of a trip. It wasn't a completely wasted trip. It's just it threw me for a loop there because I didn't realize I had the boots until until about a minute into that. So Bonk Rocks is blue armor. Alright, King's Tomb. Are you hookshot, flippers, bow, fire rod? I can't do that from this side. Can't do that from that side. Okay, so King's Tomb could have basically anything right now. It could have my hook shot. It could have my bow. It could have one of the rods. It could have a medallion. It could have the cane. Actually, no, the cane doesn't help me right now. Could have the flippers though. Okay, so I know one thing that Bonk Rocks, or that King's Tomb cannot have. I know one thing that King's Tomb cannot have right now, and that's the cane. Oh, my 20 rupees. Hooray! I didn't get silver arrows yet. So there's... Let's go clear pod! Hit the mic again. What did I get from the bat? I got the boots, I think, from the bat. I'm pretty sure I got the boots from the bat. Wow, so double dip pod. Bottle from Bat, Boots from Sick Kid. Either way, that was Double Dip Pod because I didn't get the start of that fetch quest chain until I got into Pod. One of these days I'll be able to aim properly, okay? Yay, I actually did it right that time. There we go. So that's another small key. Yeah. That wasn't where I meant to put that. Palace of Keys today. Come on. I got one more shot with this. Thank you. If I'd have wasted the green potion just so I could powder a fairy, it would have been very... What just happened? But yeah, if I'd wasted a green potion just to powder a fairy, I would have been very cross. Should already be set. Because I mirrored. Actually, it should already be set, not just because I mirrored, but also because I never hit the switch in the first place. Definitely the Palace of Keys today. Do I have the big key yet? I do not have the big key yet. Okay. Wow. Definitely the Palace of Keys today. There's the big key. I dodged all the rupees! This run is now valid! This run is now valid! I think that's the third time now that I validated this run. There's a map. So, the other small chest in here is probably the compass, isn't it? Hate this maze. Yep. The bug net. Not immediately useful because my bottle is full, but I'll take it. Don't know why I charged up the sword just now. Oh, I need the hammer first. Fighting those things with just the hammer is a pain, but it's pretty quick. You stop that. This is an incredibly finicky thing to be doing. Worked, though. Still no flippers, though, so I'm going to go ahead and do Eastern Palace while I'm up here. Actually, give me a hug, thank you. I have got to learn how to break that room. Thank you. Well, if nothing else, I've got plenty of arrows for this fight. Not the Sank Heart. And a green pendant. So if I actually have to kill Cold Stare for any reason, I will go pull that pedestal. Because an extra heart is nothing to sneeze at. Alright, Sahel, what you got? Flippers. Okay. I can work with flips. I got business up there anyway. Okay, still no hook shot, so what do I want to do about that? Let's hit Hobo first, because that's the quickest thing. Since I'm just going to save and quit out of Hobo, or out of getting the mitts anyway. So, Pod Cape to Mushroom to Shovel to Powder to Bottle to Boots to Bow to Green Pendant to Flippers. Hobo had 50 rupees. I figured that would be junk. That's better junk than I was expecting. But I figured Hobo would be junk simply because you had already said that this seed wouldn't require anything weird like that. Anything weird like fake flips. Which, I appreciate that. I'm even bad at fake flips. Alright, what's on the island? Island is a heart. Okay. Let's go see the wizard. I'm so used to fake flippering up here. I'm not used to using the real flippers anymore. That's kind of not good. That is a shield. That's a good shield. So there's probably something meaningful on Laser Bridge, like a third shield upgrade. Now, if only I'd done Pod before I'd gone over to Thieves Town. I still don't have a means of getting into Ice Palace, so there's no point in heading over there. I don't have the hook shot yet, so... At the same time, I cannot guarantee that I can get into Misery Mire, so the check I'm going to do first is the Mire check, so I know what medallion I'm working with. And then from there I'm going to head up to the mountain, because that's a pain in the ass and I need to know what's up there. Actually, let's do the mountain first. Because there's nothing really that would be here that would keep me out of... that would keep me... I can talk. The only thing that could be here... Or no, the only thing that could be in the mire that would influence me being here is the hook shot. And given what I know of the seed so far, I'm willing to come here before going to the mire on the off chance that the hook shot is in the bomb chest. Plus, I kind of want to get the Turtle Rock check out of the way. Because if Turtle Rock is Bombos, that's actually going to end up pointing me to Ice Palace. That's a good fairy. Hey, no, fairy, come back! You can blame it all on me. I can't believe I just said that. And Ether for Turtle Rock, okay. So let's see what my bonk chest is. Pretty sure I saw a heart container on that ledge out there. Ah! I am doing a good job at getting to bonk chest. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. And there's Bombos, so that's Ice Palace. And there's Ether, so that's Turtle Rock. What, is this going to be Quake? Yep. I am glad I came here. Hookshot being in bonk chest is something that I check on whenever I get the urge to go up to Turtle Rock on an early check and I don't already have the hookshot, and I know I can't get into Turtle Rock anyway. I do the Turtle Rock check and then I check the bonk chest. With that said, Bombos, Ether, and Quake all in the same spot is hilarious. Thank you. Why did I come here? Heart. I don't have the cane yet, so I can't actually do anything at Turtle Rock. I have never learned how to properly do that one. I know, but I fall out of habit. I do the jump out of habit. Plus, it gives me a chance to practice the hookshot clip. Okay. That was nothing. And I screwed up. Because I went for the wrong block. That was also nothing. Okay, so doing Super Bunny to get here, aside from being impossible, would have yielded nothing. Okay. So that gave us a bunch of options. So of course I'm going to go to Ice Palace. No, there's no reason to go to Ice Palace. Swamp Palace is perfectly computable right now. I just need my rods is all. You know what? My instincts said Ice Palace. Let's go to Ice Palace. I have had Fire Rod in the fuck you chest before. I am banking on that right now, and besides, even if this ends up being nothing, Cold Stare giving me access to a heart container is nothing to sneeze at. Plus, you only ever have to cast Bombos 3 times in this place. It's actually easier for me to do this before I have the Fire Rod. I will admit that Master Sword Cold Stare is rough. That's another bottle. Okay. I'm glad I came here. Even if I don't get progression out of this, just that bottle is enough to tip things in my favor. That's a bunch of bombs. Okay, now I need... Speaking of bombs... Let's see, I have the hook shot. Hey. Ow. Thank you. I do not have the cane, so I will go ahead and do the bomb jump. Not required. Probably a bad idea. I'm not lined up right. That was too low. I'll give this one more try, and if I still screw it up, I will just do it regular. I will give this one more try, and if I still screw up, I will just do it regular. No. There we go. I am far more willing to do that when I have the hook shot, simply because then I can skip the fire bar entirely. With that said, I should have just gone ahead and not done the bomb jump, because I now have to take the long way around to get to the aptly named chest. That's what I thought. I haven't learned that bomb jump yet. I probably should. Go ahead and set that up. Completely useless because I'm going the completely wrong way, but I may as well set that up. Besides, this way I actually have to pick up the aptly named chest on my way up. Out of my face, anti-fairy. Up! Bitrate! What are you doing, Bitrate? Spawn the chest, face left, 1 pixel above the top of the chest. Okay, that's manageable. That's a manageable setup. I will have to write that down. Okay, that's a small key. Okay. So let's pass through hookshot. My first time playing Entrance Randomizer... Yeah, my first time playing Entrance Randomizer, that room with the freeze orbs had the flippers. I didn't know that was a thing. It's gonna be vanilla big key, I already know. Yep. Because I'm getting all of the keys. On the plus side, bomb jump not required, so thank you. That's a compass. Wait a second, wait a second. That was the compass. I don't have the big key yet. I don't have the map yet. I don't have the big key yet. That should have been all of the spots. Oh, that's what it was. Thank you. See, I always forget something, and that breaks my assumptions. Yep, there we go. That's the map, okay. So Cold Stare does in fact have the final prize. So I gotta just skip all that. Yay, I missed the triple. Ow. Let's stick to the hammer for now, and if I get too wounded, I'll potion and magic. I'll switch to magic cape and do that. Let's see if this was worth it. That's what I assumed! I figured there would be something critical at Cold Stare. I didn't think it would be the cane, so props to that, but I figured there'd be something at Cold Stare. That's not go mode yet, but given how this seat... Well, first let's pull the pedestal, because I can use that heart no matter what. Given how this seat has been... Do I go Mire? Do I do the Turtle Rock dip? Because I need the Fire Rod either way, and I know Skull Woods is out. Why'd I get the hammer out? I'm not going to the altar. I'm going to the altar, yeah. Swamp, Mire, or Turtle Rock. I can full clear both Swamp and Mire. You keep pushing the blacksmith stuff. You keep pushing me to go blacksmith. I might do that while I'm up here. Get that out of the way so I don't forget. Because I've forgotten easy stuff like that before. I've forgotten Stump Kid before. No, I don't need any items out. I just need to keep the hammer ready. Okay, so... I don't believe that the customizer will let you do something silly like that, but I don't know yet, so... Let's assume the purple chest has useful junk. Because, I mean, even if it's a progressive shield gets me the mirror shield at this point. It will let you do that. Okay, then! So I might be getting a second mirror after all. See, 40 ice rods! I forgot what was at the library. Pretty sure it was either junk or... It was either junk or something not immediately necessary. I'm pretty sure I didn't get the library. ₹20, yay. You know, I'll bet you put clones of stuff in Super Bunny Cave. I bet that's why those came up empty. Let's double check the library real quick while we're over here, because I know I didn't get the library yet. And that would be why. If I come up short on cash later, I'll grab it. Okay, but yeah. Required pendant cold stare, required pendant, can't think of his name. Required pendant Armos Knights, and Thieves' Town is basically free anyway. So this wasn't a pedestal seed, but it was a de facto pedestal seed because you had to get all the pendants anyway. Yeah, Thieves' Town wasn't required. And I'm trying to remember what King Zora gave me. The single arrow. This run is now valid. Zora was 300 rupees. That's what it was. Okay, so Thieves' Town was the only pendant that wasn't required. Oh, right. Didn't hook dash. You know what? Just because I can. I will do Mire first, and then assume whatever I'm missing is in Turtle Rock. Because if I'm remembering right... No. No, that's a stupid idea. And the reason that's a stupid idea... Okay. that. You put the other two sword upgrades inside of Ganon's tower. Because that's just the sort of seed this is. So to anyone who didn't get that joke, in vanilla, when you get the purple chest, the text says, the key for this chest has been locked inside of it, so just take it with you. Okay, so what I'm going to do, as soon as I do my map check, because I forgot what's where. Okay, what I'm going to do, Swamp Palace, Soda Bomb, check Turtle Rock, because now that I have the cane, I can check to see if it's Fire Rod locked. Yay! This song would have been far more appropriate if I was in Go. The Zunputs. I keep forgetting that I'm on the Toho one. I'm on the Toho sound font. I keep forgetting that. Another expansion. Okay, let's not drown the key today. There's my half magic. So I was probably supposed to have that already. Red mail. Which means I made a bad assumption again. No, wait, this dungeon works like that. That's right. Derp. You know, if I could just jump off that cliff that the big chest is across of, or the big key chest is on. Let me try that again. If you could jump off of the ledge that the vanilla big key is at, this dungeon would be a lot less annoying to traverse. I have the cane of cheating now, so I can at least do that. Out of my way. You can do that? Yes. I would be much happier though if that ledge itself would let you jump down. There's your dungeon items, so that was a waste of time. So am I doing a double dip just to get the big chest? Well, if I can get the right block. Yes, yes I am. So let's do ether. Still no silver arrows, which worries me. Actually, who wants to see Hammer Argus? Yeah, no, we're not doing Hammer Argus. If this were Enemizer or Entrance Randomizer, we totally could do... Well, no, you still need the hookshot to get to Argus and Entrance Randomizer. What am I saying? The hookshot's not why you would need to do the hammer. Oh, missed. There we go. Now, let's see why we're doing a double dip. I have had to do a Hammer Argus in the past. It's tedious, and because it's tedious, the tedium makes it difficult, but it's not inherently difficult. It's just tedious. I have the wrong item out. Now, was this worth it? Not really! But I am going to take advantage of that. I have not beaten Aga 1 yet, so I can't do the quick route. You know, at the rate this is going, it might be a sword upgrade and silver arrows at Pyramid Fairy. Just because that's the sort of thing you've been doing with the rest of the seed. I'm just glad the bomb isn't like Kiki. Bomb upgrade, arrow upgrade. Not really worth, so let's go bother... Actually, you know, Myers a crystal anyway. I did not get the heart on Lake Hylia Island. I actually have not been to the lake area in the Dark World. Speaking of in the Dark World, let's do all our Myers stuff all at once. Hi, thank you. There's a sword and a board. Sword and board. Okay, so I wasn't completely wrong. You did put a sword upgrade and a shield upgrade in the same location. It's just it wasn't at the Pyramid Fairy, so it kind of threw me for a loop. And yes, totally, I did this. I was right to go to Ice Palace first. And I was right to go up and check Bonk Chest first. Because I'd have had to do Bonk Chest anyway. Which, all things considered, that probably means the Fire Rod is inside Turtle Rock itself. So I'm going to do Misery Mire first on the assumption that the Ice Rod is here. If the Ice Rod is not here, then Fire Rod in Turtle Rock leads to Skull Woods. That was the wrong spot, so I'm going to have to fly back. Not worth. Bork, 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 bork! Did that wrong. Yeah, that's what happens if you mirror in the wrong spot. You do a weird jump. Okay, how do I want to assume Mire? Let's assume Vanilla Big Key. Because you've done that to me once already. One of these days I'm going to route that room so that I don't run into the spark. Fairy in a bottle, so I have a safety. Listen to that lovely music. Derp. And derp. And furthermore derp. Let's do this now before I forget. That's a small key, so I'm glad I did that. That's a map. We have a new drink tomorrow. Yeah, okay, now I know where the big key is. Derp. I should have mirrored. So I didn't actually save any time by doing this chest early. Good to know. Give me bombos. Destroy the world and everything inside. And I believe the anti-fairy. Well, big key in this specific location of Mire is convenient-ish, because you do have to go out of your way to get a crystal. That's a compass, okay. Fish room. No, that has a lock. I can complete the dungeon. My key count is wrong, so I probably missed a fixed key somewhere. Either I missed a fixed key somewhere, or Vitreous has the last small key again. Which he totally can do that. You don't need a small key to get to Vitreous if everything else is in place. Oh, that's how that setup works. You find the door and then you make your block. You know, if you have a sword, you could do that completely blind. Or not completely blind. If you have a sword, you can do that lampless. Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't mirror after using the switch, so I had to do that. Meow. The thing with Mire in the Dark is you want to go in knowing that the red ones are down. If you go in with the blue ones down and then you have to go in and do that hit, then you have to hit that crystal switch, and that's not fun in the dark, and I need to hit that switch. But that first room, the one where you need the cane, doing that one in the dark should not be difficult. I say should, not isn't. Because you can use sound cues to align yourself with the switch. Because there's a pot on the switch to begin with. You have to get rid of the pot. So once you get rid of the pot, either you can just walk straight down with the pot to the door and throw the block from there. If you get hit and you have a sword, you can actually realign yourself for free. How do I want to do this? I actually could just cape dash this. You know what? I'm gonna do the cape dash instead. They might not be silver arrows, but they're still just as good. And my reward for doing that... Okay, so I didn't miscount. Was a crystal I needed anyway, so Turtle Rock having the fire rod is the thing. So that's a thing. On the plus side, that first chest in Turtle Rock is either going to be a key or the fire rod. If not, I made a bad assumption somewhere. Hey, I can actually use the hookshot crossing this time. Dead rocks are always useless. Out of the way. I already know Ether is my medallion. So if I'm counting this right, I am one bomb upgrade away from having all the bomb upgrades, and I am one arrow upgrade away from having all the arrow upgrades. Am I wrong? Okay. So is this the fire rod, or am I delving? I am delving. So at some point I will need to use the mirror. Don't you just love when those jellyfish start sparking right after you've swung your sword? At this rate, I'm going to run out of magic because of a stupid jellyfish. Okay, I've never done it like that before. That was cool. Okay, let's assume vanilla big key. Because kind of running out of options here, and that's the sort of thing you would do. I said big key. I am, of course, assuming that the fire rod is on Laser Bridge. And that the ice rod is in the room behind the fire rod. Or you could have put the ice rod in Skull Woods. That would have been fun too. And forced Turtle Rock double dip. So of course my mark gets away from me. There we go. I need that. That's what I thought. Vanilla big key, so looks like Laser Bridge is my target. Either Laser Bridge or Mimic Cave, and that's basically the same spot. Yeah, so I need to get bombs out now, actually. The good news is I know where Fire Rod is not. I almost did that too with the quintuple dip game. Of course, I still haven't rebuilt that so that it runs, but I need to make sure I don't do that for the quintuple dip game. Oh good, I got it right this time. Ten arrows. Okay, so Laser Bridge actually is my target. Hookshot's more helpful right now. That's what that had to be. Because if I'm not mistaken, you put a dungeon item inside of the chest that's coming up here. That's what I thought. The thing with a regular seed is you never get to have a feel for what the game's about to do. When it's a Randomizer, like this, you can usually guess what's about to happen next. And that's just because you get used to the design decisions. Let's get lost in the dark. So there's got to be a key on Laser Bridge. The map is still available. And I need to have the fire rod on Laser Bridge or else you did something wrong. And I know you didn't do something wrong simply because there's the ice rod, so I do not have to double dip Turtle Rock. That's nice. That's a map. 20 rupees. Wait. Oh, I still don't have the big key yet. No, I have the big key. I don't have the fire rod yet, so this has got to be the fire rod, which means there's going to be a key back up on the entrance. Ow! There's my fire rod. For a second there, I forgot I hadn't done the entrance yet. Let's open that up and then mirror. With my track record against Trinex, I do not want to take risks in that fight. Our phone is ringing. And I cannot answer it. This setup is mildly annoying, but at least your ice rod is in here. And yeah, it's not a double dip. It almost is a double dip, but it's not a double dip. I always do that. Yeah, the chain of deals is kind of funny in its own right, and really isn't much of a chain of deals in Link to the Past like there is in other games. That's a small magic. That's a small key. That's a small magic. Wait a second, why don't I just mirror back? At least you can use the big chest door as a checkpoint. I'm really glad the mirror resets the crystals. Well, the other thing you did, and I do applaud this, was you made two of the three pendant bosses mandatory because you put the cane on Cold Stare. I'm so glad that works. Also, really glad I have Carrot Sword going into Trinex. Yay, I cannot count to save my life today. So, are you going to fire Firehead or what? There we go. Mainhead's doing all the damage. Firehead isn't even trying to do stuff. Yeah, Tempered Admire Shed made Master Sword Cold Stare unnecessary, but when you're going in with as many safeties as I had, Master Sword Cold Stare isn't a burden either. Okay. Nope, that's a fairy. There we go. Howdy! 3, 2, 1. It's been going alright. Almost 2 years ago now? Actually, no, it is a little more than 2 years ago. It started late 15. I'm just going to assume there's either a sword upgrade or silver arrows in Validation Chest. While I've never done Silverless Ganon, now's a good time to learn it. Help if I actually aimed right. Also help if I didn't hit the Wall Master. There we go, there's the ding. Get over here, thank you. Can't say I've heard of that game, but I'll look into it when I'm done. Alright, Mothula. I don't like you. You don't like me. Let's get this over with. That's not the same cart. Sandcart was on pedestal. Okay, so now I know not to stop saying that's not the Sandcart. Hi, Master Sword. You know, I got Quake out to use on the Dead Rocks and I never used it, so I wasted a menu there. So I'm going to assume Tile Room Big Key. I'm going to assume Tile Room Big Key. Ooh, useful things to drop right then. mana jester. Alright. Alright, can I get this game done by 7:30? One key, 2 key. Don't know why I even bothered stepping on that. I knew that wasn't going to work. Well, either it's going to be here in Tile Room or it's going to be on Bob's Torch, one of the two. Just because that's been the sort of seed this is. With that said, I'm not going to say no to silver arrows on Bob's Torch. Just double check something. Yeah, that's what I thought. Buttersword, I'll take that. I will accept Buttersword from Tile Room. Especially since I haven't found the silvers yet. Alright, Bob, what, are you dying today, or do you get to live? If I need it, I'll come back for it. Oh, that's what that's supposed to sound like. Bums, 10 errors, 5 more errors, and this is going to be 5 more bombs. Skeleton got in the way. Thank you. That's key, so that was key for key. He's doing alright. That in the wrong side. Oop, wrong side. Big key, okay. Let's check Randomizer Room real quick to see if I get the silvers there. Because while I've got the Butter Sword, I don't want to do Silverless Ganon. That's a heart. That's a heart. This is just another heart container. Yep. Okay, let's learn Silverless Ganon. Really not. I've got the board. Yeah, at this point that's kind of obvious. And now for the room that everybody hates. And let's make it worse, why don't we? Yeah, the green one I can kill with a sword. Or with a pot. Or I could just completely ignore him. That did not go nearly as well as it should have. I said earlier that I was going to assume Validation Buttersword. Right now I'm assuming Validation Silver Arrows, because I know that was being kicked around at one point. What? Let's destroy the world and everything inside, because I got a blue potion, and not really much of a need for a blue potion right now. Because I know there's going to be a full magic pickup before I need magic again. The Wizrobe rooms might suck for a bit, but I don't... I know where a full magic pickup is going to be. If these things died instantly to ether, that would be a lot faster. Of course I bonk. Speaking of full magic. Thank you, Medusa. And I have just enough to powder the bunny beam in here, too. Alright. Don't be a stranger. Hey. Thank you. That was beautiful, and that only happened because the Medusa hit me at exactly the wrong time. I think I hit that too soon. Yes, I did. Okay. And... okay. Okay, so the other Wizard room is going to suck, but I never get that one right anyway. In the second Wizard room? Yeah, I know what you're supposed to do. I just never succeed. I think I made a miscalculation. Okay. Just barely have enough. I'm really glad I have a mirror shield, though. Compass, this is going to be the map. Because you do that. Okay, what's in the FOMO chest? Dinner's in the FOMO chest. Silver arrows in the FOMO chest. Okay, so we're going to take a food break. Thank you for the catch. Silvers in the FOMO chest is hilarious, and people are more likely to skip FOMO chest than validation chest. No hits and a blue ball from the big guy. That was well done. ₹20 green with number in all chests in the compass room. That's funny. I need to switch my arrows. I haven't pulled out my bow since I pulled it up, so I need to remember to switch my arrows. Start your day smiling with the delicious whole grain breakfast created for your incredible insides. That is an advertisement, and I don't remember what it is. That was beautiful. Did you find the arrows in my tower? Actually, yes, I did. Dang. Missed it by 1. Because I always misjudge that knockback. Woohoo! I have no idea what my RDA time would have been because I actually paused the emulator. I actually paused the emulator when we broke to get my food. Woo! So what was in that Skullwoods chest? 305. That sounds about right. It wasn't exactly a jet seed, but I did make the right gambles at the right times. Okay, that was the 4th bottle. Alright, now I can start eating. That is a good item to put there. I will have to give you that. That was a good item to put there. So we can close that now. Hi, emulator. Let's hide the auto HUD. See what emails I got. Okay, so the one thing I was worried about in this colliding with wasn't happening tonight, so. Yes, I got food. I was 5 minutes off of finishing my stream, but I got food. So, new follower today, Sparta935. Go ahead and give them their shout out because I don't have the followers blurb up. This was... It was fun. It was also incredibly amusing. Most of why this seed took me 3 hours and not 4 was because I followed my instincts and, well, frankly, I think I've been listening to you in a variations chat for every once in a while. This is a good seed for introducing people to the entire concept of Customizer. Because everything... I'm not going to say everything was deliberately placed, but you deliberately placed all the important things. You also went through and made sure that the logic flowed. I have to admit, bonking to the hookshot is hilarious. Putting those medallions there is hilarious. But because you put bombos there, hopefully people catch that breadcrumb. Hopefully they did what I did and went to Hookshot Cave from Turtle Rock and knew that they had to have ether to get into Turtle Rock. I should hope so. Most of the filler items were hilarious. They were too funny to be put there by Randomizer. Yeah, that's your bottleneck. But if you go straight to pod after you get your Dark World access, and you see that cape, you don't know that that cape is leading to the... yeah. Well, Hookshot Cave without Hookshot will trip people up. So the only real... The bottleneck... The pod bottleneck is a genuine bottleneck. The Hookshot Cave bottleneck... That is how well are you reading your breadcrumbs. Yeah. And you actually can't do much of anything until you go to Hookshot Cave anyway, so it's... You're not going to be stuck for very long once you remember you can bonk to one chest in Hookshot Cave. Because you can't get into... You can't get into any of the 3 remaining dungeons that you have to check at that point, and Desert Palace is boots locked. So... So all of your breadcrumbs are pointing you up the mountain because that's where your item density is. So hopefully people have the same set of brainwaves that I did and turn it into a... Yeah. And the one that's going to trip people up is Hookshot Cave, because especially newcomers, they're not going to think that they can get to that chest there. So definitely give this game to a newbie. See what they do with it. I hate myself for saying that. But I want to see a newbie. Someone who is not familiar with rando runs at all. I want to see what they do with this. Now I'm trying to remember where I found the flute. Because I know the flute was in a stupidly quick location. And I was kicking myself for not going there faster. Flute was bottle vendor. Okay, yeah. That's why I was kicking myself, because I could have had that. Yeah. Well, like you said before, there are exactly enough rupees in Kakariko between what's under pots and what's in the... Because I got 50 rupees in a chest from somewhere. I'm trying to remember where. And then there's 50 more rupees scattered across Kakariko, so you don't really need to farm for rupees, and Houlihan Room is overkill. But unless you remember that there's at least 50 rupees laying under pots in Kakariko, between all the locations you can check, you will be kicking yourself when you realize that he's got the flute and you could have been jetting around. And I mean, when you get your flute, you actually want to check Agina as soon as you get your flute, because that's an easy check. Ice Rod's an easy check, and the dam's an easy check only once you've got your flute. Otherwise, you gotta walk to all those places. Five saving quits, 4 deaths. That's actually pretty good for me. And my in-game time? 2 hours, 58 minutes, 48 seconds. That's pretty good for an in-game time. My RTA should be a little over 3 because of that break. Alright. Well, the thing with these customizer games the thing with these customizer games, Big Key is going to be in one of 3 spots most of the time. Either it's going to be on Bob's Torch, or it's going to be in Tile Room, or it's going to be behind the Ice Armors. You actually did something that would not have been very expected by putting the Big Key where you did. Alright, that was fun. I'm going to do something else now. See y'all later, and remember, winners don't lose frogs.